won't fuck me cause I'm black. Her dad don't like me cause I'm black, but she Hispanic so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jude, so I'm black. Cops wanna kill me cause I'm black. Ops wanna drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She won't fuck me cause I'm black. Her dad don't like me cause I'm black, but she Hispanic so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jude, so I'm black. So I'm black.
Oh, you probably got deactivated or whatever. Oh, I thought it said that there was something like with $5.
$5?
It's a book that comes with it. I said, get the fuck out of here.
I don't know why it does every time.
This one?
No, this why this camera keeps cutting off. The sound is too wild though, but I don't know why it's doing.
Test 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call to be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had no life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas. Not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap. School, I swear it felt like I crowd on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my shit, the Lord called me out the world and I started running fast. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. the throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more.
It's fun, ain't know that what is.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this. Wow, that's funny though. You heard me?
Well,
I said that's funny.
oh yeah. He's live now, so.
Right.
This shit's blurry. Oh, there you go.
That is 12.
Yeah.
So, you think I should go paper towel or something like that?
Yeah, and then, yeah, she's 12.
Just like this.
Yeah, paper, yeah, any kind of paper towel.
So, okay, that's not to do. Alright. So what now?
Hey, on Facebook, we'll look at it on YouTube.
Okay. And so let's make sure it's working. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Alright, well. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, to all the brothers, Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Allah Shalom, shout out to sisters, I.S.U.P.K, Minnesota.
Right.
Difficulties with prefix. So today we are going over the prefix and the suffix and how to identify it within, the scriptures. We are, doing translations of the scriptures versus transliteration.
Right. So
So the difference is the translation is like a portion of something that you're translating. Transliteration is the whole thing. So I'm saying you're breaking it all the way down from beginning to end. And I'll explain that a little bit more. All right. So what I'm gonna write up here real quick is the prefix. You had the prefix in last week, right?
prefixes?
Yeah, that you wrote down. By the way, so share this class, like, subscribe, things of that sort. On social media, you don't?
I didn't get a chance to write them down.
Okay. Alright, that's what it's not. I still that.
You got them?
Yeah.
We'll write them down today.
Okay, that's what. And so yeah, it's gonna be the prefix. Okay. That's what.
Let's see if I can see it.
Okay.
You might have to write it a little bit bigger, cause it's pretty light.
Yeah. It's a little weird. Okay. How's it look?
It's hard to see.
It is hard to see?
Yeah.
Damn, see. Okay, so I should write it bigger.
If you can, or you can use the side of it to make it like thicker.
Hold on, let me see. Like that?
Yeah, that might be a little.
Alright, cool. That's what. You can try that then. Let's see. Hold on.
You gotta spray it one time and hit it.
So good. I don't want to keep doing this shit though.
Oh, that come on easy. Okay, yeah, we tore out.
Yeah. So good. Cool. Let me try that. Alright, so let me see something real quick. You said to the side. And we can also use this too, right?
Yeah, but it might not erase. You might just wet it first and then
Yeah. Can Yeah, that's what I meant. I thought you using better times.
Yeah.
That's N, right? Yeah. All right, so right now, write the prefixes real fast so I can step away. All right, da, which is do. All right, then you got ha, of course. V, then you got wa, which is and. Then you got ya, which is he. Then you got ka, which is as or like. You got la, to. Let me just double check the word. Yes, I think it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Where and then rhymes, Lashawan. Oh, somebody in mind, what about it?
Thank you, each one.
Okay. All right, let's see, last two. And Shah. Tell me whom, which, or pertaining to. Or, good, pertaining to. And then thy is the last one, which is thou, he, or you. Alright, so let me see. Okay. So right here, the first one, that's the one down up with our markers. Recap a little bit. Next week, we are pretty much going over the same thing next week, but using something different.
What's the name of this camera?
Logitech. So yeah, so pretty much we will be going over prefix and suffix and how to identify it and how to write it out in Hebrew for the next couple of weeks, all right? If you don't understand it or get it today, we will be touching on this next week, all right, as well. So let me go ahead and write the suffix on the board. That's not what I got.
What is that?
It's going to just be this for now.
Okay.
All right, so I'm just writing down the suffix. I'm almost done. And then we're going to break down how to identify a prefix and a suffix when it comes to a sentence. And we are going to use examples as far as scriptures in the Bible. All right, so ha. there. Let's see. Because we actually went over some of these a couple weeks ago. How long have we been doing Lashawan Qadash about like 2 months now?
I think so, yeah.
I think so, yeah. I guess time was moving a little bit.
Yeah, we had a little break because of that trip to St. Louis, but we had a little break with our trip to
That's
St. Louis.
true. Yeah, that's very true. I remember that. Yeah, because we had got there at like when? Like, was it on a Thursday, on a Friday, something like that?
Yeah, then we had come back and then we missed another one.
Yeah. Actually, just. This right here is going to be now. This right here is okay, so this is the prefix and this is the suffix, right? So I'm going to write something down in a second. Once again, we are going to incorporate scriptures by using this right here. Matter of fact, also too, let me see. You think I should use the side of the board too right here?
Yeah, for what? For the words?
Yeah.
Yeah, or you can start right under it too.
I'll say under it's probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something. Alright, so yeah, I'll just cut that out. Actually, I can just probably write a title right there.
Oh.
Something like that. Yeah, that's what it is. Let me see real quick. Yeah. Translation. Yeah, translation. That's what I saw there. Yeah. Translation of phrase. Phrase. Okay, or phrases, I should say. All right, so once again, translation phrases, right? So before I write down the scripture that we're going to use as an example, what I want to show you is the prefix. So for starters, we went over this a couple of weeks ago, or within the past couple of weeks, or a month, I should say, by now. The first one is which means I or I am. He, Kuf is as or like, is whom, which, or pertaining to. Tha is thou, thee, or you. All right? Now to the suffix. You have ya again, but this time as a suffix it's my, as mine meaning ownership, ka, you, and your, wa, he, his, or it, ha, her, in this sense, nawa, our, like abanawa, nawa meaning our, come, y'all, masculine and plural. So once again, like if you say ak is talking to the men, the brothers, right? So that would be masculine. So when you say come, you're speaking to males. It's masculine. Speaking to the men. In a sentence. Khan, which is y'all as well, or you all. It's in a female sense, and it's also plural. All right? Ma, in this sense, is there, which is masculine. Na, there again, which is feminine. All right? So now let's put it into perspective and identify in this scripture what is the prefix and the suffix. So let me write this out, and we're going to get into it. And I'll tell you what the scripture is shortly, all right? Just give me a second. Let me see here. Yeah. I was going to say, if I write it bigger, so I think that's going to help.
Yeah.
How to zoom in on this camera.
Yeah, time. I forgot about that. Yeah, I gotta get on that. Very sure. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm just done with that part. Yep. Okay. Nah, this one. This. Shit. Alright, so as you see, this is in Assyrian first. Alright, and this is boom. Okay. Oops, that's a little off. Second. Okay, so real quick, I want you to come up here and break this down. Okay. Meaning, like, you know, to write it in English.
Alright.
But before you do that, though, let me just make sure I do this real quick. I believe that's, yeah. I'll just add that part myself, of course. Oh, you know what? Boom. Oh, yeah, that's right. Alright. Okay, yeah. And that dash is very important. I'll break that down in a second, too. Yeah, here you go.
The dash? Oh.
Yeah. You think if we pull this down, that'll make a difference?
That might make it worse? I don't know. Yeah, the light might help.
Okay. So I'll just probably put that right there. He's breaking down what I just wrote down. The ancient paleo is at the bottom. Now he's breaking it down. He's putting it into words to break it down. Okay, that's right, but you're missing one thing. Yep. Let me just double check. Yeah. You see the problem?
No. Unless this is not another A?
Yeah, it's supposed to be another A.
Yeah. Oh, because it's yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had another marker to break it down. Yeah.
Oh, to cut it up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what? I appreciate that. That's perfect. Well, all right. So as you see, right? Then I mean, if you can see, I should say. What's going on?
There's a brother on the stretcher there.
Oh, damn. So I said, as you see, let me see some real quick. Just real quick. Okay, that should be too wide right there. Okay. All right, so as you see right here, right? The brother broke down what the Hebrew and what the Assyrian is saying, which it is saying the same thing. So we have Hawa, La'a, Wayamara, Marwa, Select. See what I'm saying? And I'm going to break down what that means in a second. But in the meantime, can you identify what is the prefix and where is the suffix in this? So first, the prefix. What prefix do you see?
So I'm guessing. I think Amara is a word. So I'm gonna say the prefix.
Yeah. So Amar is a word.
That is a word. Okay.
Oh, so yeah.
Okay, so the prefixes, I think it would be the Y and the Ya.
Okay.
So it's gonna be and.
Well, you said the Y and the Ya.
Yeah.
Okay. So you talking about this right here?
Yeah, so I would break it. I would break the Y to
Yeah.
one,
So that's right.
and then break the Yah as a word too.
Say it again.
I think Hawa is a word.
Hawa is a word. That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
But it is a word, but there's still.
It's still a suffix.
It's still something in
A
there.
prefix.
Huh?
So the only prefix I would think would be the ha for the.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my guess. I'm not sure.
No, it's all good. Okay. So yeah. Let me see. Now, okay. I'm gonna correct everything. What is the dash? What do you think the dash is for? Or what do you think that's? Why is that there? Or what is the purpose of it?
To connect it to the next word.
Say it again.
To connect it to the next word.
Right. So the dash there is closer to the next word. You know what I'm saying? So you are absolutely right about that. So yeah. So now, since you said all that, everything that you said, let me help you out. This right here is a word. Hawa'a.
That is what.
Yeah, Hawa'a, which means what? Do you remember? It's somewhere on this board though. It's very similar.
It's on the board. Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
I would say that is damn, it slipped my mind.
I know. It's trust me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hawa'a. And it's funny though because with this word right here, right? Something in here tells me it gives me the answer in a sense.
Okay.
Because I've kind of been studying it.
Yeah. I would say and he is, but I don't think that's. I don't know.
Ooh, very close.
Okay.
You want it?
Yeah. What is it?
So this is he.
And
now you gotta understand the wow, right? Because now if it was a ya, it would have been she. But then when you're dealing with the prefix and suffix, it's different. Because as you see, the her says her, then you got the was and you got the what as he, his, and it.
Right.
So it's yeah. So it all depends how you use it.
Okay.
It's yeah. So this is he, right here. Okay. So this is he. What is la'a?
No.
It's no or not.
Or not.
Yeah. No or not. All right. So what is this what? Is this a prefix or a suffix?
Prefix.
So it's a prefix?
Yeah.
And what's this prefix?
The prefix for y is and.
Okay. And okay. Then what is this one then? What is this prefix or suffix?
Prefix.
Okay. And what is this?
He.
A he?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, a marwa. But it's funny though, right? You gotta separate these two.
Okay.
Yes, right. Yep. To say, command, or say. Now, what is this then?
That is a suffix.
That's right.
And that is he is or it. So I'm gonna say that one is. And he said, "Wow." I'm gonna say he said it. I'm gonna say it's it.
Okay. No, it's he.
It's he. Okay.
It's still he.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, what I want you to grab is let me see. Yeah. Okay. So this right here, right? Where this come from? Now we are not doing a whole scripture. This is just a translation phrase. So we are getting a portion of it, not the transliteration, which is the whole thing, right? So I want you to grab Jeremiah 5 and 12. Of course, KJV. KJV.
Jeremiah 5.
Yep. Jeremiah 5 and 12 is where you will find this. If you have a Tanakh, you'll be able to find this. And we are just doing a portion. So, Hawa'a, La'a, Waya'amaru. All right? So, we know what each word means. So, we're going to put it and summarize it together. And put it together, I should say. Not really summarize, but put it together. All right? So you go ahead and read it, though, if you could.
Come.
Yep.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 12. Right?
Uh-huh.
They that belied the Lord and said, it is not he, neither shall evil come upon us, neither shall we see sword nor famine.
Okay, so you understand the scripture saying, right? So what is that scripture saying so far?
They would be I gotta look up what's belied. I'm not sure if that word means.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much they don't believe that the Lord will punish them.
Okay.
I think so. They have yeah.
You want to try to just read it one more time?
Okay, come. They have belied the Lord and said, it is not he, neither shall evil come upon us, neither shall we see sword nor famine. Yeah, it sounds like they testing the Lord, like they saying like Most High ain't gonna hurt us, he ain't gonna destroy us, you know.
Right. So that is right. So okay. So now let me ask you a question, right? So that is right. So what does this, and this have in common? This is he. Ain't it crazy how this says he, and that says he?
Yeah.
So if you put it together, what is that?
And I put what together?
He, and he. With the I, Ya, and Y. Think about what you got on the board right here. You got a cheat sheet on the board.
I got prefixes and suffixes.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you put it together, what is it? If you put Hawa, Ya, and Y in a group, what is it?
I'm not sure. A sentence? I'm not sure.
Okay, it's they.
Oh, they. Okay.
They, yeah, and I almost said it too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's they. If you put them in a group, it's they.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, it'll be they. See what I'm saying? Because if you try to put these together like this, it doesn't make sense. See what I'm saying? Now when you read it, it says children of Israel, right?
Not in that verse, bro.
Not that verse. What exactly does it say?
They have belied the Lord.
It says they.
They.
That's your key.
Okay.
So how should you put this together? We got the word he, no, not, and he. This either say, command, said, he.
I would say saying like he, and then not. So he is saying something is not.
That's right.
And he is saying something else in that portion. So he is saying something is not, and then he is saying something else.
Okay, that's true. Okay. Altogether, you put, and they said no, or it said not.
Okay.
Yeah, then they said
so
no, they said not.
So I would take, because I see it's multiple he's, that's what I would know it converts to they.
They, yes, okay. Yes, yeah. That's how you clean it up pretty much.
Okay.
So this would be altogether, you know what I mean, a translation, and they said, and they said not, or no. And that's what the translation is, all right? Because if you think about it, the scripture says, can you read it just one more time? Because you got to understand what the scripture is talking about.
Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
They have belied the Lord.
They have belied the Lord, which means, what's the word belied mean again?
So I can pull it up.
Uh-huh. It's all good.
Belied. Fail to give a true notion or expression of something, to disguise or contradict.
Right. So what does that mean so far? They belied the Lord.
They are failing to.
They said not. See what I'm saying? They was denying the Lord. That's what it is. Yep. Damn right. So yeah, I want y'all to write this down for those that's watching online. Okay, let me see some too. 1 second. All right, let me see. How's it looking on YouTube? Check Facebook. Okay. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a couple of more seconds. I'm gonna erase this and go to the next one. It was 8:12. All right. We do have a few others to go over.
We still live. Okay.
On YouTube. Can you check Facebook? I ain't seen nothing. Okay. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so.
Yeah, we still live.
Okay, cool. It actually looks it looks decent.
Yeah.
It does to YouTube?
Yeah, you can still look better.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright, cool. Alright, so, I guess it ain't all bad, you know, you gotta work with what you got, right?
Come.
Yeah, sure, no excuses. Alright, so, let's go ahead and erase this real quick. Okay. Alright, bear with me real quick. I'm going to go over another example of the scripture. Not of Jeremiah, but of a different one. I believe we're going into Exodus next. So I want you to have this already up, if you don't mind. Yeah, Exodus 16 and 15. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Give me a second. You know what? I guess this one come in handy right here. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to it real quick.
Come. We read it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yep. Alright, so the example is going to be Exodus. The next one is going to be Exodus 16 and 15. Let's see. Actually, you mind pulling up real quick? Let me see something. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Hebrew.
We the English. So let me see something real quick. Just double check. Yep. Yep. All right, cool. I appreciate that. All right, just Exodus right here. Exodus 16, 15 is what you're going to pull up. We are going to read it once I get done writing this down. Okay? All right. Oh, it's 8:15 right now. All right. So we got a little bit of time. All right. Okay. That's coming out a little clearer too. Oh, okay, here we go. Now I have to put it down here. Let's see. Now I have to go to more space than that. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Good Lord. Let's put it down here a little bit more, like over here somewhere. All right, here we go. Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay. Alright, so alright, that's the same thing. It means the same thing pretty much. Okay, so let me see. For now, I'm just gonna cut off the Hebrew.
We got a lie after that. Huh?
Say la right here.
The second letter? Yeah.
Yeah, that's la. Yep, that's a la. Alright, so I'm just gonna cut off the Hebrew. So actually, I should cut off the Hebrew too, just to make it not so complicated. Alright, so you wanna take a crack at it to see what it means? Each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to just break it down what it means underneath it?
Oh, write it in English? Or
Yeah, right in English.
Oh.
And then I'll just give it to you what it means. Yep. He's right and right that. That's correct. Correct, yeah. I know I messed up a little bit on it.
No, it's
It's supposed to be in Assyria, yeah. Yeah, it's more like longer and shit. It got a neck on it.
So, the thigh.
It is long, though, right? It's like the neck. That's what shit.
Alright, the thigh. And this is your Yahweh.
You said in the thigh?
Right? That's a cow? Oh, no, butterfly.
I'm like, hold on.
That's a the thigh. That's a.
Yeah.
That's a. Damn, that's a good word. It's like blessing, I think, or something like that. No, actually, it's a
Close.
It's not it's not dang. What the fuck is that word? I remember seeing it at first.
Yeah.
And then this is Yahweh.
Nathan Lanawa. That's in my prayers.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. See, I knew it.
You just said it.
I did?
Just now.
What?
You just said it. Okay, what is this?
That's a ha.
Yeah.
How, right? A wa. No, that's a ha.
Yeah.
It's a wa, right?
Hawa. Yeah. You just said. I was just saying.
No,
it is. Yeah, right to left.
Right.
Yep. Hawa. Yep. So perfect. The water. I appreciate it. All right. So let's get to it. Do it. All right. So this is the second one, right? Can you read Exodus? No. Yeah. Can you read Exodus 16 and 15 real quick?
Come. The book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 15. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said to one another, "It is manna," for they wist not what it was, and which the Lord hath given you to eat.
This is the bread which the Lord has given you to eat. That's important. All right? You know what manna is?
It's like little seeds.
Little seeds. You know what I mean? Now, what is the wist? W-I-S-T, I think is in there. Wist.
Oh yeah, wist is like what? Like a question. Like what
right. See what I'm saying? So what we have up here on the board is Nathan, Ashar, Halakam. Alright? Halakam, which everybody should know what Lakam means.
Right.
Off the bat. Right. That's Lashawan Qadash 101. You know what I mean? I learned this at my first Lashawan Qadash class, you know what I mean, years ago. Hawa'a, which we just broke down a second ago, and Yahweh. Alright? Everybody should know who that is. If you don't know who that is by now, you might want to, evaluate yourself, alright? You see what I'm saying? So, Nathan, let's break down what these words mean, and let's put it into what it means, the translation. Let's give it meaning, if that makes sense, alright? What is the definition of Nathan? What does that word mean?
I can figure that out.
Take your time, or take your time. Nathan.
To give. That's what that means.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you said give?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. This word means give or gave.
Give.
Yeah. That means give or gave. Nathan. What does ashar mean?
Ashar, it means who, that, or which, right?
Right. In this sense, you are correct. It's going to be which.
Okay.
Which. All right. That's what that means. Okay. Okay. Pretty much. Is there? Okay. Let me see.
Yes, it's a prefix in that word.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
And what is it?
Ha.
What's side Christ? Alright, what does ha mean?
It's the.
Alright, the. That's the same thing. Alright, the or the. What does lakam mean?
Bread.
Bread, alright. Like that cheddar, man, that bread. See what I'm saying? That D over here. It looks like an A almost.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. D or A, one of the two.
So this word, how it comes up a lot as for he, I guess, right?
I believe, yeah. Yeah, and it does.
So I gotta remember that.
Yep. So that's it. That's right.
That's how we have to remember.
So that's he. And then, how would you explain? How like what is Yahweh? Like, what does that mean?
Oh,
Or Lord.
oh Lord, yeah.
Yeah. So T M H is short for the Most High, right? Otherwise, Lord. But you want to spell it all capital Lord, and that does make a big difference when you're reading the scriptures.
Okay.
All right. So Lord, Lord, or TMH, which is the Most High, how we shorten it. This is an abbreviation. All right. See what I'm saying? It's like saying BLM, Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Also, too, I see some brothers, they use, instead of saying Black Hispanics and Native, they use BHN. See what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives. All right? So, now, what do you think? Okay, so now we know what Nathan means, which means give, gave, ashar, which, in this sense, in this context, I should say, ha, which is a prefix, which is the, or the, that, whatever. Lakam is bread, as you know in the scriptures, especially in the prayers that we read in most classes. Hawa is he, which is a word by itself. Yahweh, which is the Lord's name, otherwise the Most High. When we are not teaching or doing a teaching moment, we always say the Most High. Otherwise, to try to avoid using his name when we don't need to. When we are teaching, we definitely use the Most High's name if necessary. So what is this saying in a nutshell? After you read that scripture, Exodus 16 and 15.
And he gave them the bread. Or he gave them the bread.
Mm-hmm. The Most High. Either the Most High Lord gave thee or the bread.
Because are they in order?
Huh?
Are they in order the way it would come?
No. How the last one we did, it wasn't in order necessarily.
Okay.
And they said, because remember N was right here?
Yeah.
It was N and he.
Yeah.
It was N, he, then had the he over here, and he has something
I'm saying,
else.
like, is that the way it looks in the scripture? Like, you read it from...
Oh, yeah. But I understand, though, that's a portion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a portion that we're reading.
Okay.
That's why, once again, it's translation, not transliteration.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there'll be words added to it. Wow. So in this, it's really right there in place, you know what I mean? And also, too, so now, when I was talking about the translation versus the transliteration, can you read that scripture one more time? And I'll show you where this is at in that scripture.
Okay.
Yep.
the book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
And when the children of Israel saw it, they said to one another,
That's right.
it is manna, for they wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, this is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat.
Now, after the part when it says Moses, this is where this is at. Everything else is not on that board.
Okay.
So we're giving you a
So
portion.
let's really get the end. This is the bread which the
The Lord
Lord
gave
gave
you.
you.
This is what that is.
Okay.
That's the difference between the translation and transliteration. See what I'm saying? Otherwise, there'll be more added to it. So that's what it is. The Most High gave you the bread, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, come, I'm sorry. Okay. Screw them, Alright, so let's get, alright, so we know what this says. So this is saying the Most High gave the bread. You see what I'm saying? Gave or give. That's why these two are right there.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Now, let me ask you this, right? Why do you think it says which in here?
And who
gave it? See what I'm saying? Yep. So yeah, that's perfect. I just want to make sure that you see that.
Yeah.
All right. So so we got this. Let's see. Just kind of gonna switch it up a little bit. So we got two more left. Oh yeah, it's still like what time? Because I was gonna ask, and then. All right, give me a second here. I want to show you how you can write it differently and still, still identify the prefix and the suffix and see what is going on and see what it's saying and how to translate it. All right. And tonight we are bringing out some homework too for those that are watching. It's pretty much going to be going over the same thing that we just went over today. So, like, you bear with me. All right, yeah, you come up here now. Yeah, I'm gonna with black again.
Yeah, I might just buy all black, maybe or black and red, maybe.
Yeah. That's the thing. Those are the ones that were the strongest.
Yeah.
Red, all that shit is kind of cool.
Yeah, right. Blue.
Yeah. I think black and red is dope. So yeah, it looks like all right, so the scripture is going to be 4:1.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to write that, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna have you write it backwards, so okay.
What you mean?
Like, okay, you remember how you're usually supposed to write it out like this, but I'd like to see the space. But actually, you are good at doing that. Figure out the space. Like, I feel like if I start at a certain point, I might lose space. Yeah. So you can start right here if you want to. It's up to you. All right, you want to put la.
Write it in there.
Yeah, and you write it in Hebrew this time. Hebrew, Syrian, doesn't matter.
La.
Ya.
Yeah.
Ha. Wa. And a ha. Good night.
If it ain't one thing, it's something else.
All right, so yeah, it's not that long at all. So if you want to, you can write it right here in the middle, right here. Right here. All right, yeah, so it's going to be la.
Yeah.
Ha. I'm so like ya. So la ya.
Yeah.
Ha.
Wa.
Yeah, and then ha again. Now give like, a little space, like, 2 finger space. What you want now is ha.
Ha.
Yeah, so you got a ha and a ah.
Okay.
Yep. Ah. Yep. Then you got a ra. And then you got a tazah. Okay, cool. Now you want to add your connectors, which is very important once again. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. So this is la. This is And then what's the other?
That's perfect. Okay. So that's it on that, right?
Yeah.
Now I want you to put it in words.
In the English.
In English. That's right. Yep. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. Damn right. Before, right?
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
I was supposed to include it. All right. So.
To doing something to.
Yep.
And then the high for this one is a prefix. This is also a prefix.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is a prefix.
The earth.
Yep. Now it means it's earth and something else though too.
Oh, earth and land.
Yeah. Earth,
okay.
land, and one more. What words are very close together with earth and land?
Dirt, dust. No.
Country.
Country. Okay.
Country,
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So,
Earth, land, and country. So earth, land, and country is Aratazah.
That's fine. I ain't no country. Okay.
Yep.
And how's the?
Yep. The. So in a nutshell, what is he talking about? Oh wait. First, before we get into that, you got to read the scripture.
Okay. Come
Yep.
on.
Yep. Psalms 24:1. We are going to get the scripture, and to show you where we got, you know, Ha-Ratazah, Lahawa. Anytime that you like for the people that deal with Sabbath service, of course, what you want to do is, you want to make sure
the earth is the Lord's, and the.
So what does that say in a nutshell then? As far as this right here.
I'm gonna say that this is the earth is the Lord's.
That's what it's talking about. Okay. See what I'm saying? So the earth is the Lord's, and if you want to, you can write that up on top.
Okay.
Yep. So people understand. That's what it is. Also, too, I can show you another way how to write it too.
Okay.
To show you that's meaning the same thing. Alright. Also, too, you can write it like this. Let me see. Yeah, I'll leave this. Yeah. Alright. Hebrew, how you will pull it out in English is to the Lord of the earth. See what I'm saying? Which honestly it means the same thing. See what I'm saying? That gives you the understanding. If you want to write it like this, that's okay. That's not wrong whatsoever. But this is also how you can write it out, which is still right. Alright? To the Lord of the earth, or the earth is the Lord's. It's the same thing. Alright? Because this earth is the Lord's. Alright? So that was it on that part. Now let's get the last one and get these 5 words. You want to do that?
Sure.
Alright, cool. Now this time we can actually stretch some time, right? And the time that we're going to stretch is putting it in the Assyrian and Hebrew. Alright, so let me do this real quick. Give me a second. Alright. 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 You ready, Al?
It's time to come.
Alright. It's all dried up, ready to go?
Right.
Okay. So this time, right?
Yeah.
Now in the Syrian, it's like in the corner, Genesis 39:6. And what you're gonna put down, We're gonna put down now it's going to be three words. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So so like 1, 2. Come. Call. Yep. I will call. I will call. I will call.
Oh yeah, that's in the 83, right?
Huh?
That's in 83. The
No.
song.
I call.
What is it? I will.
Yeah. I Y and K.
Will call. You want them in both?
Yeah. Yeah. The water if you could.
Yeah.
It's actually 4. My bad. 3. I forgot that part. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, the next one is going to be halakam. Yep. Halakam. And based on the of course, based on how the scriptures wrote.
This is halakam, right, with the throat.
Yeah, halakam. Nah. Yeah, halakam. Halakam. Lakam. Yeah, come. Yeah. Halakam. Yeah. Because it's just like saying ka
Yeah.
ka and ka
Ka and ka.
and ka.
Right. This is
Kaya.
Yeah.
Kaya is Kaya, which has to do with kaya means. Kaya, so like kaya, not kaya.
Yeah, kaya. I got it.
Yeah, kaya.
And what's the other word?
All right,
so
yeah,
that
was right.
Okay.
All right. Yep, that's correct. So next one is going to be ashar. Ashar. There's so many words that surround with that sound.
Yep. That's outside?
Yeah, I believe so. I see how.
What's the no, it's how
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And then we are going to identify the prefix and the suffix once again. Yep, hawa ashar, halakam.
Wait, I will call.
No.
I'm just saying, I will call.
Yeah, God. Nah, I feel you. I'll be messing up. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll be putting that new that's an art that you're doing into school.
Yeah.
I'll be putting that to use up now.
Sitar. Oh, good shit.
Yeah. Telling them what everything means.
Oh,
and
okay.
that's useful too.
Yeah, nah, it helped me with it, man.
Yeah. Boom. Perfect. All right. So, where's the prefix and where's the suffix? You help me identify what it is.
All right. Not sure. Well, I know usually root word got 3, so I'm gonna say in this one, it's the I.
You said the I?
Yeah, the I.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the I is the prefix.
Okay.
And that's I or I am.
What does I mean? Is it prefix?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm saying I think it's I. Halakam. The ha. It's gonna be the. Yes, we could separate the ha.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. And that's what again? This is what?
Bread. Lashawan means
Mm-hmm.
who, that, or which.
So in this sense, this word popped up previously.
Yeah, as which. So I think it's so which again?
It
Okay,
is
which.
which again, yeah. Now, let me show you something. Oh, wait.
John Wick.
He said John Wick. Alright, alright, he, which, the, bread, and I. But we never talk about this. Now look, I want to be careful, right?
Okay.
This is actually a whole word.
Okay.
This is a whole word. But there is a word called wakal. I just forget what it means.
Okay.
But in this sense, that's the actual whole word by itself. So let me show you something real quick. Even that, yeah, just hold on, it's a lot here. Alright, yeah. We'll just see what it is. I messed it up by accident. Alright. So yeah, how you wrote it? I will call. Alright, I will call, right? Mm-hmm. I will call means eat or ate. Alright, that's what that means. Okay? Or better yet, yeah, I should put 2 right here as well. Yeah, 2. So I will call means to eat or ate. Mm-hmm. Alright? So can you read that scripture, please? Yeah. Genesis 39 and 6.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 6. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not all he had, save the bread which he did eat. And
go ahead.
And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored.
Mm-hmm. So what is it? So how would you break that down? What translation is it? What portion of that scripture is it?
The bread which he did eat.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so the bread which so put big if you want to eat. Alright, once again, like what I like there, and the bread which he did eat. Okay? Now, what time is it?
8:52.
Alright, so we're going to leave this up on the board for just a little bit. You want to help me write this out real quick?
Yeah, Carol.
Yeah.
Are we doing the words?
Yeah. It's just the Hebrew portion. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as that, then I wanted to get into maybe some words. Bye.
Oh, we got to do the word right now. We're doing.
I just want to put in. Okay. What I want you to let me see. Yeah, I want to put like 2 things up there. I want to put this up there as far as the homework, and then I want to put up 5 words. So,
okay. So just take it.
Hebrew words once again. This week, I believe we're getting to the letter G. Hold on, I got some more. Yeah, I know. This is the one that my slave was.
Oh, for real?
But I'm grabbing one.
Right.
Perfect. And I'll just let you go ahead and grab this and copy it. So I put this underneath there for a reason, for the space or whatever like that. But you can put it closer. Oh. So that you just write this out just like this, and it'll just right underneath it. Right. It's how you see it, just how you write it. So
for this, these 2.
Yeah. These 2 are together, which is the arrangement. And then this one by itself is the second thing. And if you want to just put up homework, you got that? Yeah. Cool. This is homework for next week. So like we used today the prefix and the suffix to explain, to identify and show how we are going to do the same thing next week. And if you could add the connectors as well.
Okay, this one I have it. So.
It'll add any necessary connectors if there is any or not.
Wow.
And also, too, we will be doing homework at the beginning of class next week. That's the first thing that we are going to get into before we get into anything else. And we are going to do this for, maybe another month, for a whole another month, up until it becomes like, second nature, to have some practice with it. And we might touch on certain topics for a month or close to 2 at a time until we get the hang of it. Usually the Lashawan Qadash is pretty simple and explanatory. All right, that's the first one, right? Now, you want to shoot right down the second one?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that in the homework? They got to do something to it.
Yeah. So now we'll write down the second one real quick. And then, actually, we could just cut this off. So we can leave the 5 words right here. Yeah. Okay, let's go out.
So this one is second Samuel.
Now, this right here, and this right here is going to be part of the homework for next week. You want to have done by next week. This right here, we're just going to do what we always do. We'll just write down some vocabulary in Hebrew. We'll use those words or working within the language. All right. We're almost done with that. And let's see. Yep. All right. So we got 2 Samuel 17-10 for homework. Deuteronomy 24:15 for homework. Now, lastly, we are just going to get into some Hebrew words. You ready for that? All right. So we just want to put it on Hebrew words. And we are going over the letter G. Only 5 letters. Still like 5 words. Perfect. All right. So the first one that we want to get right is going to be garment.
Oh, sorry. What's your
G-A-R. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, garment. Yeah, the English, and then you just write out the paleo. Yeah, garment, and then next to it, how you say it is bagad. Bagad. Yeah, bagad. I think it's either bagad or bagad. But yeah, I'll say bagad. Bagad. Yeah. Let me see. No, that was right. Oh no, I was gonna say you can write it in Hebrew too, like in Hebrew.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
I'm doing it in one gangster. Hold on.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. And just let people see how they can write it. Oh, I'm just like I can go.
Okay. But God.
Yeah. So B-A and then Gad. Bagad. Yeah, I'll say Bagad. That's what it looks like, Bagad. Yeah, because that's Hebrew. Bagad. All right, Bagad. Now the next one. Oh no, I'm saying like you can still write it out if you want to, like in Hebrew.
Oh, I can say. Okay.
Yeah. That's how we usually do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to do it just a little under.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. Because I mean, you're doing 5, so each one ain't gotta be super close to each other. Yeah, you just give you space. And I think 10 was just kind of pushing it.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah. But there's a lot of good words, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, so the next word is going to be, let's see, I like this one. Girdle. Yeah, like, Yahweh Shai with the girdle belt, a golden girdle.
All right.
Yep, so girdle is going to be Abanat. Yep. Perfect, yep. Now, 3 more. Let's see.
That's a word. I need to use word grateful, man.
Yep. Oh no! You know what's funny? That is GRATEFUL.
Oh, grateful.
Yeah. That's how I would write it. Yeah, that's how I would write it.
So it's Grate.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Also, too, what I'm starting doing is incorporate the Strong's as far as
the H numbers.
Yeah.
So people can find them.
Yeah. So with that, so grateful, which is ICR. Yeah, ICR. Yeah, ICR. ICR. That's a pretty unique word too. You got what, 2 more? Yeah, I got it. Yeah. All right, next word is going to be green. Yep. Yarakwa. Yarakwa. Easy. Yep. Yep. Yarakwa is green. Time. That's right. All right, let's see. The last one's going to be grow. 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 It's going to be, you ready? Tazamak. Yeah. Oh, no, it's well. So if you cannot see it, let me bring it down a little bit.
Is it Tazamak?
Ma
With a K? At the end is K?
Tazamak.
Tazamak or Mak?
Mak. Once again, Grow in Hebrew is Tazamak, which is Tazamach. Tazamak. All right. 1 second. All right. So just recap real quick. Okay, let me see something real quick. It's lighting. All right. So once again, garment is bagad. That's like bagad. Girdle. Abanat. Green for the letter G. Next week we'll get into the letter H. Okay, which is pretty interesting. And also too, we'll throw in where you can find these in the Blue Letter Bible as well. Otherwise, 2 Samuel 17:10, using the prefix and suffix. This is what the homework is. And then Deuteronomy 24:15 is also at the top. It's homework for next week, which we will be doing at the beginning of class. Next week, go ahead.
So you wanted to just next class come in with the breakdowns?
Yes.
Okay, come on.
Yep. Yep. And once again, you have tools like Blue Letter Bible, Strong Concordance, and also too the answer will pretty much give it to you once you read the scripture.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Which is simple. All right. So with that being said, that's the Sabbath. It's not Sabbath service. That's the Lashawan for that. Sabbath service is tomorrow. Check us out. Otherwise, so I'm saying pay your tithes, share the class, and things of that sort. With that being said, shalom. All right, clap it up.